Now, recently, the Supreme Court has allowed violence in videos, uncensored, and so on. And I'm just trying to understand the decision. The law in itself does not, in other words, the Constitution and so forth is not perfect. And while there's some general principles, still we have to use well, not use words. Still, we have to consult and come with a decision that will be best for society. You see, it is very hard to think that a nation would allow its own laws to destroy itself. Um, for example, today we have people cussing on television, being vulgar, and the whole 9 yards, and it might be covered by the First Amendment. But you see, I always argue that we needed a fourth government: religion, uh, you know, the court, the president, and the Congress. Because what happened in Europe, we could have avoided it. And the Constitution, whereas it talks about church state separate, it would have been different because this would have been, something else. And so, for the Supreme Court to make a decision that would be real, I think, best for everybody, they need to consult with the president, religion, and Congress and come up with how to interpret the law. Because, as I said, the law is not perfect, and you would want the society to go a certain way, and your laws are the prodders and the carrot and stick to get folks to go right. So that violence, while the Constitution might say, well, okay, freedom of speech and First Amendment and all that, and that might be enough to cover it. But when you look at the actual results, it's causing people to do bizarre things. Kids are killing people. People are doing extreme, murderous, violent acts, which can be based on what they're seeing. And the people who are making these movies are coming up with so many credible and creative ways of, being heinous that. And again, when you understand how the mind works, I don't see why somebody would want to allow that thing to continue on, sort of guarded, because the mind is of such that it could be influenced. You see, especially just before one goes to bed, if you watch stupid stuff overnight while your true person is developing, you wake up stupid and stupider and stupider and stupider, simply with violence. If you watch this violence, very imperceptible, you begin to become violent. I know I've seen people from different countries. They come up here, and while they were cowards back home and they were kind of like, afraid of this and that, they come here and they suddenly talking like, "Man, if you only talk my place, I shoot you," and so on. I mean, this is something cultural that they picked up. So that I'm saying that if we want to ensure that young people do not get violent and so forth, we need to, well, try to influence the type of resources that they're exposed to. And I would tell you that what it also does is it makes people sick. Because if you keep on watching all this violence, it does something to you, something that is undesirable. Apart from making you violent, it makes you sick, it might even make you mentally ill. So I think that the decision is not the best, and we need to go back to the board and say, here's where we want our country to go. Because all the stuff that's going on, foreign people just laugh at us. We come with creative ways to destroy ourselves. And I saw recently in France where they're going back to, recreational dancing. You're holding a lady, like something like waltz. This kind of dance they have today is like, you will get injured. You need to go and see a chiropractor when you finish. Guy spinning on his head. I mean, it's crazy. So we need to calm things down a little bit, catch ourselves and realize that as adults, we could help our young people to make proper decisions and set them up in the right environment so they don't end up sick and end up, becoming destroyed, crazy, and also becoming very violent and dangerous. We could do something about it. So I think that the decision, well, You know, it could have been different.